I started running for just about 2 years ago. I weigh 95 kilograms and I'm a little bit over 6'3". So as you can imagine, getting into running hasn't been easy for me. Even though I've been mostly enjoying running, there were several challenges along the way, mostly coming from the fact that I'm just too big for running. Shin splits, sore legs, joints, muscle pain, slow recovery, or just being more tired in general, you name it. But if I should point out one single thing, or technically two things to be precise, which truly helped me to overcome almost all of my running issues, it would be these running shoes, Brooks Glycerin Max. So in this quite straightforward video, I thought that I'm gonna share with you my beginner heavy runner perspective and a review on these shoes and 3 main reasons why I absolutely love these shoes and been using them for most of my runs for the last 6 months or so. Even though there is also one thing which I don't like about these shoes, and I'm about to share it with you as well. And just a short disclaimer, this video is not affiliated or sponsored by any means. I just want to help other heavier beginner runners out there and also honestly share good words about these shoes because I still do think they don't receive the credit they deserve. So let's get into it. The benefit number 1 is that they are insanely comfortable with a big stack of foam and soft cushioning. The thing is that before I bought Glycerin Max, I always felt quite sore even during my easy or recovery runs. And I thought that it is the normal part of running, especially if you're in, for example, some race prep or marathon prep, as I was. However, with these shoes, I really do think 80%, 90% of me having sore and tired legs is completely gone, which is something just undescribable almost compared to the months before. So I really do think the foam truly does the job, even for a heavier person like me. The benefit number 2, in my opinion, is that they have quite large toe box, which is like the first or front half of the shoe, the area where you have your fingers, and even after long runs, my feet don't feel squeezed at all. I also for the first time went for shoes which are, I would say, in the right size, a bit larger, as previously I was afraid to have a little bit of extra space in my shoes, but that extra space and wide toe box truly makes every run feel more relaxed and natural. And actually this comes really handy on hot summer days too, as for example when you sweat there is still enough room and you don't get blisters or any pressure points or something like that, at least in my case. The next benefit is that they have very high level of durability and stability. As I mentioned, I've been running in them for the last 6 months, approximately 4 times per week, and I still do feel the same as at the very beginning. Compared to some lighter shoes I had, which I also liked and which I sometimes rotate them with, I certainly can feel the difference as these other shoes can be far more easily wore out. And in case of stability, I really do feel stable and supported on my legs, on my feet. So then during my runs, I can feel more calm and confident even with my heavier body. And now onto the one thing which I don't necessarily like about Glycerin Max. And that is the fact, which you can probably tell, that they are quite heavy and bulky. And I think that is a reasonable outcome from the positives I just mentioned because it naturally adds on weight and size of the shoe. However, that is something you will get used to it potentially, as I did, because the biggest difference for me was just the first few weeks, first few runs, I would say, where I did felt like almost a clown running with those large shoes, which are big in all aspects. However, I would say you won't regret buying these shoes and it will be worth it, even though the price is in that upper area for sure. But with that being said, I do think running shoes can be the biggest and maybe the most important investment you can make in your running career, if I can call it that way. So if I had known back then what a masterpiece they are, I wouldn't hesitate that long and I would just pull the trigger much sooner because I'm very satisfied with them. And that's about it today. As I mentioned, I just wanted to share my personal view on these shoes I've been really enjoying, and hopefully this video can help at least one other heavier runner to start enjoying running a bit more as it did for me. So thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what are your go-to running shoes, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!